Okay, let's make some lasagna. Not real easy, but once you master it, boy, this is good. You're going to need some lasagna noodles, some sausages, some meatballs. I think I use about a dozen meatballs and 3 or 4 sausages. A lot of sauce. Some ricotta cheese, probably about 3 pounds. Mozzarella, about a pound. A couple of eggs. Get yourself 2 lasagna pans. Double it up. Double up the pan. Spray it with some Pam. Slice up your mozzarella. Then you're gonna cut up your sausages and chop up your meatballs. If the sausage and meatballs have been in the fridge, they're going to be cold and they're not going to be easy to do. So you want to heat them up first. It makes it a lot easier to chop them all up. Sometimes I'll mix the sausage in with the meatballs. Sometimes I'll leave them separate. Put a little bit of salt in some water and cook up your little bit of oil, just a touch, to stop the lasagna noodles from sticking. And cook it according to the package directions. Once the water starts boiling, you're going to gently put the macaroni in. And you're going to swish it around a little bit to try and get it all under the water. You don't want it sticking up out of the water. You want it to cook evenly. So you just gently kind of prod it in. And there we go. Almost there. Okay. Cook it according to the package directions. You're going to lay out some wax paper. And let's put some regatta in a bowl. Add 3 eggs to it. Put a little Parmesan cheese into that and some parsley too. I'm going to break up the yolks, mix it all together. Okay, I didn't show them Parmesan cheese, but here I'm putting some parsley in, but also put some Parmesan cheese in there too, and then mix that up real good. All right, your pasta's ready. Drain it. Now it's going to be too hot to touch, so you want to put some water, cold water over it to cool it down and stop it from cooking any further. Drain it real good. And now don't leave it sitting there. Take it out and lay it out on the wax paper, because otherwise it'll start sticking together. You don't want that. That'll make it real difficult for you. So you got it all laid out there. So everything's laid out and you're ready to put things together. Throw some sauce into the bottom of that pan. You can see the pan is doubled. There's 2 pans there because this is a pretty heavy dish. Lay some sauce out all over the bottom of the pan. Then you're going to lay your noodles in. It's going to take probably about 4 noodles to go across because you're going to overlap it a little bit. See, in my pan, it takes 4 noodles across. There we go. You can see the overlap there. And once you got your noodles down, put down some regatta. Lay that in there, spread it around. There you go. After the regatta, you're going to throw in some meatballs. Crushed up meatballs. Spread that around nice and even. Then we'll put some sausage in, and then we'll start laying our mozzarella down. I like a lot of mozzarella. Then we're going to cover it with a second layer of noodles. Again, 4 across, overlapped, and then some sauce on top of that. It's going to go over the sides. Don't worry about it. There's a lot of sauce. Spread that all around. There we go. Now we're going to put some grated cheese on top of that. Locatelli is what I use. Hey, buddy, you know that by now. Grate that all over the top. Oh, that's looking good already. Okay, more regatta cheese. And we're just going to, from here on, we're just going to layer things on in probably the same, I hope the same sequence as I did before. Lay that regatta in there. Spread it around. It's a little bit messy, but you'll get the hang of it. More meatballs. Spread that around. You're going to add some sausage. And you got it, mozzarella. Lay that mozzarella in there. And nothing better than cutting into lasagna and get a nice stringy little mozzarella. Okay, another layer of lasagna noodles. 4 across, overlapped. and put some sauce on it. You know the drill by now. Layer that sauce on. There we go. A little bit more. And it's spreading over the sides and over all around it. That's good. It's looking good. Another layer of locatelli cheese on top. And then we're going to do the whole process again. Regatta cheese. Now if I'm at my last layer, which I think I am, I'm going to layer as much on as I can. So this layer might be a little bit thicker than the others, but I'm using up what I got left. So you can see me spread all that around. Oh, that's looking good. Now we're going to take the rest of our meatballs, throw that on, spread that around, and then our sausages. By now you can see I'm using my hands. You know, I probably should have started with my hands in the beginning. That's a lot of meat on top of there. There we go. That's looking good. Then put some mozzarella. Oh yeah. Now another layer of noodles. 4 across, overlap them. And you know what's next. Put some sauce on top of that. Put a lot of sauce on top of that. Just spread it all around. Oh yeah. Looking good. More sauce. Cover the top of that thing with sauce. Let it drip over the sides. That's good. Looking good. Now we're going to top it off with some grated locatelli cheese. And we're looking good. Pop it in the oven. 350. It takes me about 2 hours, I'd say, at 350 in our oven. Maybe about an hour through, I'll open it up, and if the top is getting too well done, I'll just tense some aluminum foil over it, throw it back in, and let it continue cooking. About 2 hours, you got a great looking lasagna. It's gonna take a little practice to get that first piece out. Oh yeah, look at those strings of mozzarella, and that's good eating. There we go. Good luck. Enjoy.